Lightning split the night sky on a remote desert road as a lone figure stumbled into clear view. A young woman, bloodied, disoriented, collapsed beneath a faded sign, "Useless mouth." No one had bothered to remove the tag and, surely no, passerby would stop. They thought she was useless. They left her there. But one man would see more than her pain. Asterisk rancher Jake Thompson was known for his silence, never many words, but reliable as sunrise. He'd discovered her at dawn while checking his fence line. At best, she'd been left for dead. He wrapped her in his coat and carried her to the ranch's modest cabin. She was weak, bruised, and barely conscious. Jake never asked questions, just offered water, clean blankets, and his quiet presence. No judgment, no gossip, just care. Asterisk, by the time she awoke, the rain had turned the land lush and green. She couldn't speak, her jaw was badly broken. She gestured. Jake nodded and stayed patient as she drew pictures in the dirt. He brought her food, guided her through gentle exercises, and slowly she began to heal. Days passed. She finally whispered her name, Claire. Her voice was hoarse but real. As her strength returned, fragments of her story emerged: an abusive relationship, a powerful exploitation ring, and a daring escape gone wrong. She thought her voice was worthless, but now she realized she still had one. Asterisk, when she tried to think. Him, Jake, touched her hand, shook his head, and pointed to the ranch horizon in silent encouragement. She was not useless. She was alive, and that meant she had value. Asterisk weeks turned into months. Claire learned to ride horses, mend fences, mend wounds, and to trust again. Jake provided books, tools, and quiet companionship. She began writing. Letters first to a lawyer, then to her estranged brother, and finally to herself. Asterisk one morning, while helping Jake in the barn, Claire froze. A helicopter landed near Byman, and suits stepped out. The local sheriff arrived with a search warrant. Claire's past had followed her, but so had her new strength. With Jake by her side, and her testimony, the abusers were arrested. It was her voice, once called useless, that brought them down. Asterisk at the trial. Jake sat silently in the front row as Claire spoke, confident, poised, courageous. Her words carried weight, echoing through the courtroom. When the verdict of guilty was read, Jake stood, offered her a nod of pride. She met his eyes, tears in them, and mouthed, "Thank you." Asterisk months later, Claire reopened the dusty cabin as a refuge and support center for abused women. Jake stood outside, silent but caring, as women arrived seeking help. Claire introduced him only as her guardian. The ranch became a sanctuary, where one broken voice found its power, and a silent man found his calling to protect.